Was hope you guys are having an awesome Christmas break, vacation, whatever. I hope everything is going well with you guys. Um, I can't take this stuff. I can't take this shit anymore. YouTube, I can't. I can't take it anymore. No, I can't take going through the online bullshit stuff. Um, I'm just done. With all this. Not done per se with gaming, but I'm done with the online only bullshit. YouTube, I've had enough. Um, I've had enough of this bullshit. Just, I've had enough. Hold on, let me go into a party real quick. That's what's this up. Okay, there we go. I've had enough. I'm tired of constantly putting myself through you know something I don't want to do. I mean, I don't want to play an online game, and I can't do it anymore. I just can't. I can't play it anymore without having hackers, cheaters, and people who use scuffs and do all this bullshit. You know, I I can't take it anymore. On console, I can't play on console online anymore. I just don't. I don't want to. I've had enough. I'm tired of waking up every day to frustration, anger, cursing, getting mad at the freaking yelling at the freaking TV. I'm getting tired of getting pissed off every other day, trying to play a game. I'm tired of all that shit. I'm gonna quit playing online until I get a PC. I just can't deal with this shit anymore. I don't have the patience to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it anymore. It annoys the hell out of me. No. It's just I don't have the patience, and I definitely don't have the energy to deal with it, I don't it's just not worth my it's not. I just can't play these. I just don't want to play these online games anymore. These online only games. I don't want to play any more first person shooters. Bro, I'm quitting I'm quitting first person shooters because I don't like the bullshit that goes on with them. I'm probably going to quit online. I'm just don't have the freaking patience or the energy to deal with this shit. I do, but I'm just tired of it. I don't want to play online anymore. I don't. It's endless amounts of grinding. I'm tired of all this fucking shit. I'm tired of the endless amounts of grinding. Campers, people who cheat, hack, use scuffs.
son of a bitch.
What else? What else? You know, microtransactions in the game, in all these games now, where players can get advantages. I'm just tired of all this shit, YouTube. I can't take it hardly anymore. You know, you know, I forced enough. I forced myself. I forced enough of this shit on myself, and I don't want to do it anymore. I'm just trying to play a fucking game, and I don't want to play it anymore. I don't want to play online anymore. I'm gonna go back to playing, I'm gonna go back to playing online, I'm gonna go back to playing online or offline only games, you know, single player games, because this whole online shit every day is really, really pissing me off, making me mad. Just, it's not good. I don't like it anymore. I hate it. And it's a rigorous, uh, a rigorous, um, role of effort, a rigorous role of constant anger and piss offness, you know, and you know, you wake up to the same thing every day. It never changes, you know. I put myself through enough bullshit now, but I've been having some really I've been having a lot of really bad days the last couple of days. My PS4 wouldn't work on me. It wouldn't connect to the internet. My phone's breaking on me, and now um and now I got hackers in my games. You know, it's just it's nothing's right now. Nothing's working out for me, and I'm just not in a very good state right now. I'm not. I'm in a very pissed off mood. Um, nothing's working for me now. You know, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to get a new phone. I'm gonna have to buy a new console. It's just I'm not in a very good state. You know, and online doesn't help. And I just plus it's just I'm tired of all the raging inducing bullshit. You know, going on with it. That's just why I want a PC, because this shit happens. You know. Um, I want The Last of Us Part 2 and Days Gone. That's all I want. They're just single player based. Um, you know, I just had too much. I've gone through too much lately to just want to deal with this shit now. You know, I put myself through hell. You know, for you know, like maybe you know, every just every day. I get on here and I get angry and I rage and I get mad. I don't like all that, man. I don't. And it's really just starting to get old, really quickly. And I don't care anymore, you know. The only time I hop online around now is just to play with my friends. That's really it. I don't really give a shit about being online that much. Now, it used to be fun for a time now, It used to be a thrilling, it used to be a rush, a thrill, but now to me it's basically a experience that I really like. That's how I enjoy myself. I don't enjoy myself playing alone with, you know, fucking cheaters, hackers, and dickhead randoms in public lobbies. You know, I don't do that kind of stuff, you know, anymore. I used to, but now since I'm older, you know, and I don't really give a shit anymore. I don't care. So, you know, I try to play a game, but it doesn't work. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. I'm just I'm gonna wait after Christmas. I'm gonna get money. Then I'm gonna buy me a computer or build me a computer with that money I get. Cause I don't care. When it comes down to it, online gaming now to me, in general as a person, is means nothing anymore to me. It means nothing. All it means to me is a um, a bullshit profit margin, putting all your games online to make money to make more money to put in these corporations' pockets, who, you know, are greedy and do very shady shit, you know, and that just, it really gets on my nerves, you know. I don't care. You know, how that shit, all that rush, all that feeling, you know, all that rush feeling and everything that I had when I was, you know, a kid has sort of gone away. Ooh. Oh shit. I've got to get away from him. I'm turning on camouflage real quick to get away from these zombies. It's gone away. I don't get that same satisfaction anymore. Seriously, there's nothing in the world now when it comes to this kind of shit that surprises me in the least bit. Nothing. Nothing surprises me anymore. I really get no thrills out of doing this shit, you know. I just don't care anymore. And when I do want to play online, or I do want to play an online game, it's usually full of hackers, and that's why I don't play, because I don't care. I try to play, but putting myself through a rigorous amount of tasks that are for no reason at all, and still playing with cheaters and hackers, just rubs me, just makes me want to quit and leave. I don't want to deal with that shit. I don't. It gets on my nerves. I just don't get that same satisfaction out of games like I used to, or online gaming as I used to when I was like, you know, maybe in my early teens, you know, like 11, 12, 13, you know. I got the most satisfaction out of playing online, probably online gaming, and when I had my PS3. Probably like when I was at the age of 13, 14, you know, 12, and I got my PS3, and I discovered The Last of Us. That was probably the pure thrill of when I started to love online gaming, because that was something new I've never experienced before. I'd never experienced something like Last of Us before. Last of Us multiplayer, it was so fun. It was unique. Shit. Nothing that's being made now is unique at all. It's pure greed, pure bullshit, pure profit, money, and margin. Pure profit, margin, and trying to see how much money they can make off of you. They don't give a shit about the gamers. They don't give a shit about me. They don't give a shit about you. They don't care about us. And, that's why I want to go to PC, because, Sony, Microsoft, they don't give a shit about us. They give a shit about their quota and how much money they need to make to reach their goal to keep being in business. That's what they want to do, see? And that's the problem. They let their servers go to shit, and then all these three companies, they don't give a shit about anything. EA, Ubisoft, and Activision, they don't give a shit about their servers. They'll let hackers get in there and ruin it. Just I don't enjoy gaming as much as I used to. I don't. I think Last of Us was highlighted the heyday of when I loved playing online. I think it was, I don't know. But now I don't care. I really don't care. I guess it's because just nothing I play anymore really surprises me. I will have to say, though, playing Shadow of War was a very good game. I have to admit, that's a very good game. That was fun. I love Lord of the Rings movies. I love the science fiction kind of type movies, like in those fictional type movies like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. So I loved the way they made Shadow of War. It had a lot to do with the movies. I enjoyed that. That was unique. I, however, did enjoy playing that. But nothing out now that's a AAA exclusive is surprising to me at all, at the least. Nothing. Nothing shocks me. Nothing surprises me. Nothing thrills me anymore. See, that's the problem. I want variety. I want uniqueness. I want creativity. I want, what's that word that they do? I want something to shock me, to throw me, to make me want to go buy a PS4 Pro or something, or make me want to do, spend my money on all that shit, it's like, I don't get it. I don't. And I'm not thrilled by any of this shit. I'm not thrilled by Red Dead. I'm not thrilled by GTA 6. The only thing those games have in common with them are better graphics. And if I want better graphics, I'll just fucking build myself a PC. I'll go buy an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080 graphics card, and I can build my own freaking PC. I don't need no fucking console to tell me, well, how good graphics are. I've looked at PC graphics. I've looked at the comparisons. I've done my research on this shit. I know that PC destroys consoles when it comes to graphics. Why would I care about fucking graphics on a console when I could get like 10 times better graphics on a PC? See, that's the problem. I have no reason to go out and buy a Pro. I have no reason to go out and buy an X. To me, that means nothing. I don't care. I just don't care, and that's the problem. Nothing thrills me. I want innovation. That's the word I'm thinking of. Innovation. I want companies to innovate. I want them to come up with something new to surprise me. I've been a gamer for a lot of years, okay? I've been a gamer since my early, since my early childhood. And I played games on the Dreamcast and the freaking Sega Genesis, like Power Rangers, I was introduced to Sonic the Hedgehog, one of the best games ever made. You know, the Sonic series. On Dreamcast, I was introduced to Sonic Adventure, one of the greatest games I ever played in my life. Probably it was really fun. Tomb Raider, Power Stone Wall, House of the Dead, Ready to Rumble Boxing, Toy Commander. All those games are very unique and very, very, very fun. See, nowadays companies have completely taken out the word fun and put it in. Let's just do everything we can to make a quick buck off of these fags who don't know what they're doing. Seriously. They think we're stupid and think we'll buy anything. And that's the problem. I don't like that shit. They treat us like we're idiots. And I don't like that. I don't. They'll do anything to make a quick buck. They don't want to innovate. They don't want to change anything. They don't want to make anything unique. Because they know they're going to keep being able to make money. Activision don't give a shit about their service World War II. They don't give a shit about their freaking fan base. All they give a shit about is about the money and supply drops. Getting as much money off of supply drops as possible. They use supply drops and microtransactions to make the most of their money for their, for their pockets. You know, that's the problem. All these corporate bullshit motherfuckers who do this shit, all they care about is money. And it's starting to really get on my nerves. I know they're a business and all that shit, but they've gotten too damn greedy for their own good, man. I mean, Sony said no to mods. Sony said no to crossplay support, you know. Microsoft won't even have the balls to go over and tell, you know, or won't even have the balls to go over and make a deal with Sony to get, you know, to get cross-platform play on both, so Xbox people and PlayStation people can play together. Because Microsoft doesn't give a shit. They know they're making tons of money off the Xbox One X about lying about that it had true 4K, you know, upscale, blah 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 blah, you know, running all its games at 60 FPS at 1080p, you know, the highest resolution, blah blah blah, all that bullshit. You know, they're making tons of money off people buying the Xbox One X with all their lies, you know, $500 console that, you know, really gives you nothing but Call of Duty and, let's see, Call of Duty and a couple of bullshit exclusives. The only thing you get is Call of Duty, Gears, and Halo. You know, nothing unique. Nothing's unique there. I've played those games before. I've played those games before on Xbox 360. I played Gears, I played Halo, I played Call of Duty, I played freaking just so many games now, but I've gotten burnt out on the whole online genre. I want to see something new for a change. I want to see something unique. I'm waiting for Last of Us Part 2 to come out because I know it's going to be unique. I know it's going to be good. Because Naughty Dog's put their time into their shit, you know? They put their time into their shit. It's taken them 3 years. Or, say, no, not 3 years. It's taken them at least 3 years to make Last of Us Part 2. It only takes these companies now to come up with games. AAA bullshit games. It only takes them about maybe a month to come out with a game because they don't give a shit. Naughty Dog even story mode games for the gamers. It means they want to make the best possible game for the gamers as possible. They want to, therefore the gamers. Sony, Microsoft, EA, Activision, Ubisoft, they're not for the gamers. They're for their own pockets. That's what they want. See? That makes me mad. I mean, so is Rockstar, you know? Rockstar's the same way. They're for their own pockets. They'll do anything to make a quick buck off of you. just so that you can, you know, just so that you can buy their product. Nothing thrills me. I've played fucking those games before. I've played all the Call of Duties. I have all the Call of Duties on PS3. I have recently been enjoying MW2 a lot more than Call of Duty 2. I don't know. Probably because it's a better game. And the fucking gameplay works. You know? Unlike by today's standards, the people who made MW2, they focused on gameplay over graphics. They worked on fixing their mechanics over the Christmas. MW2 has some of the best hit detection I've ever played in. Call of Duty World War II, some of the worst. The multiplayer has some of the worst hit detection I've ever seen in my life. The score streaks were amazing in MW2. The score streaks are ass in World War II. You got score streaks in MW2 like the Predator missile, or the Chopper Gunner. They freaking Harrier. See, this sniping was actually fun in MW2. Using the intervention and the freaking, I don't know all the guns. I don't remember them all. I haven't played it in a while. Alright? But I can tell you that that game was very unique. It was fun. It's fun. It's still pretty fun. Even though there are noob tubers in MW2 still, but that's not that big a deal. Yeah. There are hackers in there too sometimes. But not as many hackers as in these current games, you know. Actually, the hackers not very. A lot of hackers have left the older games and gone to these newer ones. There are some hackers in, you know, MW2. Not very many though. I will tell you this though. I have all the Call of Duties. Why do I need to go out and get an Xbox One just to play the old Call of Duties again? I bought them all for a reason, because I wanted them. You know, I like them all. Plus, I like all the old Call of Duties because they're still fun. And you know, if I ever have my friends come over and play, you know, or you know, we can all play Call of Duty together because I have all the Call of Duties. That's the point. See, I miss games. I like games. I like to go buy games still that have that have two-player split screen co-op on them, or a game that has two players on them that you can play with a person. You can play with a friend that a good friend of yours. Because it's fun. It's fun. It's actually fun to play with a friend of yours that you really like. It's known for a long time. It's different. See, it's different when playing online with people. Yeah, I like that too. Okay, I mean, you know, I like that shit. If I've known them for a long time, you know, I have friends on here that I've known for at least 3 years, 2 or 3 years, and they're pretty cool, and that works out. But if I play with somebody on here that I don't really know much, there's a difference. If I'm playing with a friend of mine I've known for a long time in real life, you know, in the same room together, it's different. It feels, it's just a different reaction, you know. It's more fun because you can like just play around. You can pick on them. You can do stuff. Not like being mean, just kind of playing around with them. It's fun. It's fun to try to pick fun at each other, with another person, in the same room, because let's say you got a headshot, in Call of Duty, and you see their reaction, go off. It's fun. See, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun to see that person's reaction because it makes for a more entertaining experience. With online, you can't really see how they are. I mean, you can tell, you can hear it. You can hear what they're doing. You can hear them in the background, but it's different. It's different when playing with a person in real life than with the person online. I'm not saying that. Yeah, I know they're still real people, but I'm talking about like friends and in real life for a while. Friends you've known in real life, like from school and you've met. Playing in the same room is different because it's a different reaction. You actually met each other. You actually know each other in real life, and it's a common thing. That I miss nowadays. I do. I kind of miss split screen because I think it's still kind of fun, to be honest. I do. Um, I don't know. A while back, I believe, a couple months ago or a couple of months like back before I was started working, I was playing with my friend. And we went over to another friend's house, and I took my PlayStation 3 over there, and we played Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and it was fun. See, we would just it was just overall fun playing with friends that you've known from school or you've known for a while. It's different from just playing with people online. Yeah, it's sort of the same thing, but there's just a different reaction there. I'm just saying. Nothing seems to surprise me anymore. I don't find it interesting. You see, I have these Call of Duties for a reason. I have these games for a reason. I have these single player, these multiplayer games for a reason. I buy them up because I still have friends who come over every other on holidays or or stuff when they're not busy, and we play together because it's still a thing people do. People think that a lot of people think that two-player gaming is dead. It's not. Actually, a lot of people still play two-player games. A lot of people still play two-player gaming together. A lot of friends still do that. That's pretty common still. I'm sure. Uh, and this online-based bullshit they come up with just to make a quick buck ruins it ruins the experience. So I like to keep these split-screen games around. Like Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty 4 and World of War and all that bullshit. So we can also that you can play two. That's really fun. Having a buddy with you. That's different. That's fun. I mean, it's the same thing as playing online with a buddy. I mean, not really, because but you know, online gaming and playing with people in real life is sort of the same thing, but it's different with an actual friend that you know in real life. But it's fun to still play those two-player games, split screen. It's still fun. It's it's still fun, and it's I like it. And I'm I still play. I still play it. I do. Um, nothing surprises me. Uh, once you've played a freaking once you play an online only game, you pretty much played them all. They're mainly just first person shooters, and first person shooters get boring after a while. They just get boring. The multiplayer gets boring. You just it's the same shit no matter where you go with any shooter, any online game. It never changes, man. It never changes. Just campers, overpowered shit. Hackers, cheaters, scuff controller users, MLG fags. All that shit. It goes on and on. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter what online game you go to play. I mean, I played For Honor, and it was an online only game, and the same shit happened. People picked the same character, they spammed the same moves, they did the same shit. It got boring, it got old, and I stopped playing it. See, that's the point. Nobody ever does anything unique anymore when it comes to playing online or making anything unique. No games anymore are unique. They're not thrilling, they're not exciting, they're not interesting. They don't capture your attention. They're not immersive. They're not fun. They're not enjoyable. They're rage-inducing bullshit piles of money, or they're rage-inducing bullshit piles of crap to make money for their own, to make money for themselves. They're greedy bastards. That's pretty much what this is. This is when it comes down to it. These people are greedy bastards, and they don't care. And the reason why I've gotten in the last couple of months, years, is because I don't have as much time as I used to do this shit. And I want to play a game. It doesn't work. It doesn't work sometimes, or the servers get messed up, or it doesn't load properly, or cheaters and hackers get in there, or people use scuffs and cheat, with modded controllers, or there's a new update and it crashes the system. All that shit. It's just like Sony and Microsoft don't know what they're doing. I don't know. I think I think when it comes down to it, they're the same way as these three AAA fags developers and child publishers. All they care about is the money. When it comes down to it. See, gaming now is no longer a gaming. It's no longer an enjoyment, a hobby, a passion. It's a way for developers and publishers to make as much money as possible to fill their own pockets. Basically, gaming now is a dictatorship. You have three developers who own the rights to all these games, and the only way you can get them is if you buy them from them. The only way to get a PlayStation or an Xbox is to buy it through Microsoft or Sony. We don't have freedom and choices and variety as gamers anymore. We have to buy what we buy. Basically, we're put under we're put under a a prison cell in in terms of lock content, told what we can buy and what we can't buy. Basically, we're being controlled. That's what it comes down to. We're being controlled. We're being told what we can do. We don't have freedom as gamers anymore. But with PC, you can do whatever the hell you want because it's not owned by a certain company. It's owned. It's a personal computer. PC stands for personal computer. It's your own shit. You can do what you want with it. When you buy it, it's yours. Nobody controls it. No corporations control it. No fucking idiots that are at these companies control it. It's yours. You do what you want to. They can't tell you what to buy. They can't tell you what to use. They can't tell you what you can and can't do. It's yours. See, and that when it comes down to it, that pisses me off. This shit. This is why I want to get a PC. Because gaming now is no longer enjoyable hobby and passion. It's mainly a gambling casino type bullshit thing to find out how whatever they can do, whatever shady business practice or bullshit scheme they can do to make it so that you'll hand your money over. They'll try to brainwash you. They'll try to you know get you thinking about trying to get this shit. They'll try to turn around your opinion. They'll have YouTubers on there trying to convince you to buy the shit when lying. They'll have all this shit to back up their corporation. You know, they'll do anything they can to make it to where you can't use critical thinking to find out what you need to do as a consumer. You know, that's a problem. To companies and publishers and developers, they have to lie, they have to cheat, and they have to scheme to make money now. They're no longer honest. They no longer have integrity. They don't have anything. It's true. It's a pure greed fest. Gaming is no longer about fun and enjoyment. It's about greed and pure just dishonesty. They don't care anymore. They will lie to you and lie to you and lie to you, and if you continue to believe them, you're stupid. You really are. Because if you continue to blindly follow Sony and Microsoft and EA and Ubisoft and Activision, it's bullshit. They will take you and they will rip you off and take all your money. They will think you're an idiot and they will take you for a fool and they will try to take as much money out of you possible. They will freaking take your whole bank account if you let them do it. See, they don't give a shit. I'm trying to say this to everybody. I'm trying to be real here. I'm trying to make a point. They don't give a shit about us as gamers. I'm about tired of it. You know, it's because with this shit, I do what I do. And these AAA exclusives that come out, they're not any good anymore. They either focus just on graphics. They don't focus on fixing their game when it comes out. You know, mechanics. The mechanics suck. They don't give a shit about mechanics. You know, all they care about is making just that they make a game, they throw it out there a month later for the gamers, and you know it's broken. It sucks. You know, they don't give a shit. You know, and then they put suppliers in there to make as much money as possible. Activision does. You know, these three developers that work for Activision, they don't give a shit either. I'm sure they don't really give a shit either. I'm guarantee you. Sledgehammer, Treyarch, and Infinity Ward, they don't give two shits about making a good game. All they care about is trying to make all they care about is making their money so that they can keep everybody happy, you know. I'm sure that, you know, I don't know if they care or not, but I'm sure when it comes down to it, they're trying to make their money so if they have a family, they can provide for their family, you know, and they can do what they have to do for their job, you know. I don't know when it comes down to it, but I'm sure that's when it comes down to it. I don't think they really care either. I'm telling you, I don't think they go home at night after their job and test to see what's wrong with the game because they don't give a shit. See, that's the problem. And Activision, and then when these games are released, they're broken. They don't work. The servers crash. The servers don't work. You know, you can't get in the servers. You know, they have problems. You know, on day one of release, this it's just broken. You know, glitches, bugs, crap. You know, day one patches that need to be fixed. The game is completely broken. You know, uh, updates that are like take forever. It's just all that shit. They need to patch everything. They don't complete it ahead of time because they don't care. They don't care. They don't care when it comes down to it. Um, they don't fix their shit. See, that's a problem. That's the problem with every company now. It don't matter what it is. EA, Activision, um, Ubisoft, Sony, Microsoft, Apple. You know, uh, who else? Them, um, Samsung. You know, all these different corporations don't give a shit. All they care about is trying to see how much money they can make off of you. I mean, you know, sometimes I believe that there are very few people in this world now that have honesty, integrity, and they have, you know, they tell people the truth. There are YouTubers on here that will lie to you just to scheme. They will lie to your face. They will do anything possible to get views to make their money off of you. They will do anything they have to do to make that YouTube money, man. That's all these YouTubers care about. That's all they care about. I'm trying to tell you the truth. I don't do this. I don't bullshit. I don't tell you stuff. I tell you how things are when I speak, when I do a video on my channel. I don't make shit up. I go right for the throat. Seriously. I tell you how things are. And these YouTubers, they don't care about you. They don't care about you. They don't care about you as a subscriber or as a viewer. They just care about that YouTube money. They care about that monetization. You know, those ads that go into their videos, they gives them money. That's all they care about. And that's the point. They say they care. They say they care about the views. They get to the subscribers. You know, they say that they're thankful. When it comes down to it, they don't give a shit. I mean, you know, they don't ever say thank you for the subscribers and viewers. They don't ever say, you know, they appreciate what you supporting them. I mean, some of them do. Not all of them do. Not all of them don't say that. But there's a lot of YouTubers out there that don't give a shit. They just care about getting their money from these corporations, these sources that sponsor them. That's the point. And it's sickening. It is. There's very few people in this world now that are truthful and have honesty, you know, that will tell you how it is. You know, I'm one of those people. I don't change who I am. I stay true to myself. You know, I don't put on a fake persona even over YouTube. I will continue to stay who I am. You know, I won't lie. I don't believe in lying to people. I think that's wrong. You know, and I think it needs to be said that this stuff has to be said, has to be put out there for people to hear because it's true. And um, they don't care. I mean, I'm telling you, Apple's selling people right now a $999 iPhone X for like very bullshit features. You know, nothing unique at all. You know, it's like, you know, real life emojis, face scanning technology. That's a good way for the government and all these sources that are behind all this shit to steal your identity. You know, if you want to do that, that's good for you. I mean, you know, that's stupid idea. You know, that's not using your brain. But if you want to, go right ahead. Uh, and you know, a better camera. You know, and they got the OLED screen. You know, but that's a rip off of Samsung. Apple's like, you know, people are like, this is a brand new thing. No, it's not. It's been around on Samsung for years. Apple just lies to your face. They lie to your face. These companies will lie, they will scheme, and will do anything possible to get you to buy their product. We live in a world nowadays that will scheme and lie, and they will do anything to get you to buy their stuff. If you don't do research on this shit, you will be in bad shape. Apple is selling $1,000 phone for only one thing, an OLED screen, which they don't tell you is a ripoff off of the Samsung Galaxy phones. They've been on there for years. They don't tell you the truth. Microsoft lied about the Xbox One X. It doesn't run true 4K. It doesn't run all its games at 1080p at 60 frames per second. You know, it it doesn't run at the highest resolution. It's clearly a moneymaker, man. It's just I don't understand. You know, they don't know what they're doing. And you know, and when these companies release an update, it's like they don't even give a shit. It's like they don't even want to fix their shit. You know, they just put an update out there, and then when you download it, it just crashes your system. It makes it worse. It doesn't work then. And it's like, what you got an update out there for if it's not going to work for the system? I thought it was supposed to fix it. I mean, seriously, this world, this world of, you know, these my bad, these big budget corporations out now. I mean, being that sell shit now. All they do is lie and scheme. They're not honest. You think they're honest? You think Sony and Microsoft's honest? They're not. They're not. When it comes down to it, they're not. You're like, I'll be a Sony fanboy for life. I'll be a Microsoft fanboy for life. Sony and Microsoft can do nothing wrong. Well, they just did shit wrong, fags. It's idiotic to follow a company blindly without knowing what they do. It's idiotic to be a sheep of a certain company. I'm not a fanboy of a company. If something goes on with that shit, I will point it out and I will say what's wrong with it. I don't blindly follow a certain fucking company. That's bad that's bad as a consumer. I mean, and if you buy supply drops from Call of Duty and these microtransactions in games, you're the problem. You're the reason why we have all this shit. These are why people can cheat to get advantages. If you buy this shit, if you buy weapons and items in a video game, I don't know what's wrong with you, bro. Why do you spend real money on a game? I don't know why they just don't let us. I don't know why they just don't let us play for our shit to earn it anymore. That used to happen all the time. Doesn't happen now. I'm just saying, just in Hollywood and these blood blockbuster movie films, Hollywood is as shady as it gets, man. That these movies coming out now, they're remakes, they're copies of other movies. I mean, I was reading an article the other day, about The Last Jedi, and it said that it was a copy of The Empire Strikes Back. That it was compared to The Empire Strikes Back. And The Force Awakens was related to A New Hope. That J.J. Abrams copied the freaking 2 Star Wars movies, just putting new characters. Remake, just remake after remake after remake for certain movies. It's just, it's like I don't understand. I don't get it. It's remake after remake after remake. They don't give a shit, and then the movies turn out to be crap. And they just do it for money. I mean, I haven't seen a good movie in the last couple of years. I haven't seen a very good movie in the last couple of years. I haven't seen a movie in the last couple of years that has really been pointed out to me as being one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. I mean, I saw one good movie this year, like that really made me really stand out. That was War for the Planet of the Apes. That was a really good movie. I will give that. Other than that, I didn't see anything that really interested me. I mean, The Force Awakens sucked. It was terrible. It's terrible acting, terrible overall filming, direction, CGI, all that bullshit. I didn't go see Rogue One. I didn't give a shit. If they copy Empire Strikes Back in that movie, I'm not gonna go see it. I mean, because I've already seen the fucking movie. I already seen Empire Strikes Back. Just trying to copy another movie with new characters just to make money. It's like a long time ago was World War Z. World War Z was awesome. It was very unique of a movie. I believe World War Z came out in 2012 or something like that. It was unique. The way they made those zombies, it was just cool. The zombies were fast. It was interesting. It was interesting of a movie. I mean, Hollywood is so shady, man. It's just these movies now and the music industry and all this shit. All this garbage coming out in the mainstream now. A lot of shit's coming out on mainstream media. The mainstream music is shit. It's shit. There's very few artists out there now that are even really worth listening to. Yeah, there's some out there, but very few. They're not very good. I don't like artists like Drake. I don't like Kendrick Lamar. I don't give a shit about those people. I don't give a shit about all these rappers who, are well known for being like popular with today's trends and and what's it say? And society's culture. I don't follow society. I'm my own person. That's just how things work. I don't give a shit about them. I don't give a shit about the dab. I don't give a shit about the nay nay with and nay nay. I don't give a shit about memes. I don't give a shit about these stupid trends. I don't. I don't follow them. I don't care. I'm just. Oh, I'm too old and mature to follow all these stupid trends these kids do. I don't care. It's I don't get it. Um, music in Hollywood is mainstream music in Hollywood is it's garbage. Just throw something on the radio, put a bunch of lyrics in there, about different types of, mainly the what the rappers rap about are just, uh, sex, drugs, and all this shit, how much money they make, that's just how it goes. I don't want to listen to that shit. I don't care about their life. I don't. That's all they rap about. It's not worth listening to. I mean, it's like it's mainstream garbage. It's just it's not good. Um, and then they make all this money off these people who are idiots. Go buy these CDs. I mean, I like the bands that aren't really known, that not a lot of people know. I like bands like uh, Maroon 5 and Imagine Dragons and um, Coldplay and all that. And let's see what else. 21 Pilots. All those guys. Well, actually, 21 Pilots is actually pretty known, but they're still a good band. I like bands like Skillet. Nobody knows hardly who Skillet is. There not very many people I've talked to know who Skillet is. Linkin Park and all that shit. I mean, I recently got into a new artist that I really like. I've known about him for maybe about a year, but I really like him now. I mean, his name is NF. I don't care about all this mainstream bullshit. And then you got the news line, to your face every day, uh, telling you that about all these shootings, to put mass fear into people, to get them to go and vote, uh, to ban gun laws, take away guns, that's their ultimate goal to come in here and take control over people, all these mass shootings are a sign of trying to get people to vote for gun laws. And then you got people of then you got the government over here fighting wars that mean no that are mean they mean nothing, in the long run. All these covert operations they don't tell you anything about, but um it happens. They don't tell you the full story. They didn't tell you what they didn't tell us what happened in Mandalay Bay. They didn't tell us what happened at Sandy Hook. They didn't tell us what happened. They didn't tell us the full story of what happened in the um the Colorado shooting. It's just they don't tell you the full story. And then you look at it and you see like there's no people. There's no people. There's nothing happening. You look at the news, you watch the news media like Fox News and CNN. You're like you don't see anything wrong with the people. You don't see any dead bodies. You don't see any bullet wounds. You don't see any shots. You know. you don't see any people, screaming. You see nothing. Mass fear in people. I mean, I've come to the conclusion throughout my life that I think the government wants to take control of people. They want him taking control. They want to bring in martial law. They want complete control over everything, including the American people. I'm just saying, it's to me, to be honest, I think it's all this goes back to money, power, and complete dominant, complete control of everything. You know, it comes down to it. All these higher ups and corporations, they want power. EA just recently bought out Respawn Entertainment, and they shut down Visceral Games because they want to be known as the ultimate powerhouse. They want to be known as the big huge conglomerate that became a monarchy. But they're going to be known for being a monarchy for being dickheads. EA is going to be known for being a monarchy for being a dickhead. They're going to be known for being a bad monarchy, not being somebody that's a monarchy worth listening to. You know, it's just that money and power and fame run this world, man, and we got to realize we need to stand up for what's right, and it's bad. No money, people are dishonest. A lot of people are dishonest. They don't speak the truth. They don't tell you what's really going on, and they're not. They're afraid to speak out. I'm not. I'll tell you how it is. I'm really not. I'm not afraid to, because I've dealt with so much bullshit throughout my life that I will tell you what I think, and I will tell you the honest motherfucking truth about what goes on every day. I'm telling you that this is true. It's Our country is in dire need of um in dire need. Anyway, mass fear is a big part of government control. Why do you think so many shootings have happened in recent years? They want control. They want power. Uh, yeah, I'm done. Just anyway, yeah, I'm not. I just not. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to speak out. I'm not afraid to go into this. YouTube. All this bullshit about net news reality and all that bullshit. I don't give a shit. If you're gonna come shut me up, come shut me up to my face. Seriously. If you're gonna tell me you're gonna monetize my videos, YouTube, if you're gonna tell me not to speak out the truth about what I'm gonna say, I don't give a shit. You're gonna tell me I'm gonna get monetized, not monetized for cursing, I don't care. If you wanna come shut me up to my face, fags. Because I won't shut up. People need to hear they need to hear what's really going on. Because these fucking YouTubers, they lie and they lie and they lie. I'm telling you the truth. You could choose to believe it or not. But I want every last fucking government source, politicians. I want everybody to come in here. I want to send the FBI, the CIA. I don't give a shit. You know, come come to my face and shut me up. Until then, I don't give a shit what you do. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid to speak out against you. Yeah, I'm not. You want to take away freedom of speech? You want to take away guns? Well, that's going to end up bad on you. Because if you try to take away our guns, you're gonna have a mess on your hands. There probably gonna be a bunch of people that end up banding together to come shoot your ass. I wouldn't do that. You know, you can do you can do net neutrality, and you can do all this bullshit. You can try to take away freedom of speech. You can try to monetize bullshit. You can try to do everything to keep people from speaking out. But they're gonna keep doing it because we have rights, and we have rights, and we have freedom of speech, and our country was built on that prophecy. So, you know, until then, stop saying this shit, you know. If you want to shut me up and you want to keep me from saying what I say, come to come do it to my face. Anyway, until then, uh I hope you enjoyed YouTube. Please like, subscribe. If you didn't, I don't care. Or please like if you don't. If you didn't like this video, dislike. If you don't care, you know, whatever. Anyway, guys, um, fuck, fuck these corporations. Fuck these higher ups. And fuck these government politician fags who lie and do anything to, you know, get into the get into power, you know. Yeah, and fuck the government, because as long as I'm able to do this shit, I will. The government can't tell me what to do, and they can't you know, tell me something that we were founded on. Fuck the government. If you agree, please drop a comment in drop a comment in the video. Say fuck the government. And yeah, guys, I'm out. Peace. God bless.